happens with the perfect pancake. 3 eggs over easy without ever breaking a yolk. Amazing! Now make tasty gingerbread pancakes, fluffy cranberry, or a stack of chocolate chip pancakes for the kids in an instant. You can also prepare fancy French toast, delicious grilled cheese sandwiches, or hearty eggs in a basket with the perfect pancake. Plus, cleanup's a breeze. Call now and get the perfect pancake plus this fast and fluffy recipe guide for only $19.95. But wait, there's more. You'll also receive this heart-shaped pancake ring. Make delicious heart-shaped pancakes for your family or friends for a Valentine's treat, a birthday breakfast, or that special anniversary. Yours free. Call in the next 10 minutes and receive this no-drip batter dispenser. Just add your favorite batter, then dispense the perfect amount without the mess every time. Yours free. This incredible offer is all yours for just $19.95. So call now.
Call 1-800-633-9100 and order the perfect pancake for just $19.95. You'll make perfect pancakes and delicious eggs without breaking the yolk. This incredible offer won't last, so call 1-800-633-9100 and order now.
The Ice Bowl, 1967. Thousands watch their beloved Packers in sub-zero temperatures because sometimes it's more fun in the cold. Whether it's football, skiing, or travel, Weather.com helps you do the things important to you in any weather. Weather.com. Live by it.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local forecast, always on the 8s of every hour.
You're watching the Weather Channel. Live by it. Coming up on this edition of Weather Center, we'll recap a scary morning for drivers in parts of Tennessee. You'll hear from the people involved in this weather-related wreck.
In the nation's capital, you've seen a messy day after a burst of snow this morning. We'll tell you what you can expect for tonight and what lies ahead for the week.
Here's a look at what we expect for the nation in the middle of the week. A large band of weather precipitation will be delivering a wintry mix to parts of the south that aren't used to seeing the presence of Old Man Winter. We'll give you more details in just a moment. Hi, and thanks for joining us for Weather Center. I'm Christina Abernathy.
And I'm Nick Walker. Let's get started with a look at one of the areas of the country that is seeing some very active weather today, and that's here in the Northeast, where you're seeing some snow and blowing snow, also cool temperatures and some cold wind chills. We'll show you where in just a moment, but you can see a pretty fast-moving system making its way through the Northeast, and behind it, the northwest winds across the lakes. So lake effect bands setting up here off Ontario and off Lake Erie, putting down a bit of snowfall here. Most of this, though, will be pretty light. It has been so around the Philadelphia area. We will continue to see at least a few showers of snow here around Philly, but probably accumulation of maybe an inch or less. Around New York City, I don't think you're going to see any accumulation, though you might see a few flurries or light showers. Temperatures just too far above freezing. But the snow back here, out here around Pittsburgh and actually all of central and western Pennsylvania, blowing around in the very gusty winds. That will limit your visibility. So if you're waiting for somebody to make their way home around the Pittsburgh area, home from work, just be a little bit patient. It may be a bit slow going because if there are some of these little moderate bursts of snowfall blowing around, that is really going to limit the visibility really quickly. Here around Cleveland, and particularly off toward the east, you're seeing some snow coming down off the lake. The lake effect snow is beginning to dissipate somewhat around that area, also around Buffalo. Still seeing some snow blowing around the Syracuse area as well. Now, as I mentioned, most of these accumulations will be pretty light, maybe 1 or 2 inches here, with some more accumulation, maybe 3 to 6 inches here around the higher elevations of West Virginia and Western Virginia. Light accumulations up here in Maine and back toward the lake effect areas here off Lake Michigan, too. Now, here are the winds, and take a look at these gusts. 20, 30-mile-an-hour gusts, and even up near 40. We've seen some 45-mile-an-hour gusts here around the Washington, D.C. area. So, D.C., even though you got your burst of snow earlier in the day, it is really breezy there, and the temperatures are kind of cool. 32 degrees at Washington, D.C., 40 at New York City, but look at these teens. 13 at Buffalo, 19 at Cleveland, 20 at Pittsburgh, and with that wind, it brings those wind chills way down into the single digits, and even below 0 is what it feels like around Buffalo right now. Continue to see breezy conditions tomorrow morning, but clearing out, and then another burst of snow as another front moves down into the area. Now, here around the Midwest, it's been a little bit breezy back here toward the plains. Temperatures a bit on the cool side with 18 degrees at Minneapolis, 20 at Chicago, and 30 at St. Louis. Tomorrow, you'll see a little bit of snow coming across the northern Great Lakes. Now, let's move toward the south with some interesting weather, too. Christina?
Well, a very messy drive and work for several residents of Nashville, Tennessee. Overnight rain and dropping temperatures combined to make slick conditions on highway overpasses. Just take a look at this. The driver of this van lost control of the vehicle and slid into the guardrail. But that was only the beginning. A few seconds later, another driver lost control and the car smashed into the van. Then another driver spins, causing the car in front of him to hit the guardrail while he slammed into the pile of wrecked vehicles.
Well, I come around that curve and there was a big patch of ice, and I hit that ice and just started fishtailing. Bounced off one side and hit the other side. I mean, pulled up here and a few minutes later and they start piling up out there.
My back end starts sliding sideways, so there's no way I can slow down, you know, because I can't hit my brakes or anything, and that's just start swerving. And I fought for it for a while, and that's it. I have to give it up, you know, because it's nothing I can do, you know. You slid on the ice, you know.
Police said several patches of black ice were to blame for the accident. The freeway had to be shut down for 3.5 hours. None of the passengers or drivers was injured. However, 2 police officers were injured, but neither seriously. Well, let's take a look at what we're dealing with across the South, and what we're seeing right now is some wet weather in Texas. And into western Texas, we actually have some freezing rain reported in Pine Springs, Texas. So watch out for some icy conditions possible on the roads there, and look for more wintry weather in the forecast in parts of the lower Mississippi Valley and eventually into the deep south. Right now it's wet weather, though, around Midland and over towards San Angelo, but again in extreme western Texas, it's been a few reports of freezing rain that you've had to deal with. We're watching wet weather approaching the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Most of it is south, though, toward Waco, although we can't rule out the possibility of some wet weather in northern Texas, too. Snow to the north and west, and again, some areas in between could have some icy precipitation, too. Temperatures 52 Dallas, 43 Atlanta, 47 in Columbia, and it's awfully blustery, winds gusting 20, 30, 40 miles per hour. So wind chills in the 20s, Raleigh-Durham, 30s for you in the Atlanta area. And watch out tomorrow, because this pink indicating where we could see a wintry mix, including some icy precipitation that will be pressing eastward through the day. Nick?
In the west, we've seen a little bit of wintry precipitation here in New Mexico, a little bit of snow and rain in the southern portions, a little fog up toward the Pacific Northwest, but another system making its way toward you will eventually bring a little bit of rain to around Seattle and Portland during the day tomorrow. In the meantime, we're going to see light precipitation in the form of snow and or rain down here in New Mexico. Cool temperatures tonight in the valleys of California. We'll have more of the forecast just ahead.
Here's a cool idea. Take the cleaning power of toothpaste, the icy cool freshness of real mouthwash, and put them together. Introducing Colgate 2-in-1 toothpaste and mouthwash in new Icy Blast Whitening, a unique liquid gel with light foaming action. It keeps teeth looking whiter and freshens breath with an icy cool blast. So cool, it's hot. Colgate 2-in-1 toothpaste and mouthwash in new Icy Blast Whitening.
Log on to Colgate2in1.com for a chance to win a hot trip. Cool.
If you have dry, painful, cracked skin, I recommend a serious product with a unique name, Zim's Crack Cream. Developed by a pharmacist, Zim's Crack Cream's herbal formula moisturizes and softens even cracked, thick, and painful skin. Zim's Crack Cream isn't just an ordinary skin product, so look for it in the first aid section. Zim's Crack Cream for dry, cracked skin. It's the serious product with the unique name.
Find Zim's Crack Cream in the first aid department at these retailers.
My hands speak to me. They tell me secrets. They tell me of time and patience. At least, that is what my hands say.
Okay, he's done.